Chosen one, freeze exactly where you are and prepare yourself for a revelation that will permanently shatter every doubt you ever had about your wisdom gift. What I am about to reveal to you is not inspiration, not motivation, not another spiritual pep talk to make you feel special for a few minutes. This is documented truth from spiritual dimensions about an observation that has been happening with you that you are not consciously aware of. And when you discover what has been confirmed about your wisdom capacity in the celestial records, you will never see yourself the same way again. For the past several months, something extraordinary has been occurring in spiritual dimensions while you were living your ordinary life. While you woke up each day seeing things others couldn't see, while you predicted outcomes that seemed impossible to know, while you read people in minutes what takes others years to understand. Every single moment was being documented, not by ordinary observers, not by random spiritual entities, but by a specific celestial hierarchy responsible for identifying souls ready for advanced wisdom activation. And 3 days ago, the final report about your wisdom evolution was completed and submitted to the highest authorities. When the Council of Wisdom Keepers read the conclusion of your spiritual dossier, something unprecedented happened. There was a silence that lasted the equivalent of 7 days in human measurement, not silence of disappointment, silence of profound recognition. Because the documentation didn't just confirm you have wisdom, it proved you have surpassed every expected standard for souls at your current level of evolution. And when this level of documentation is confirmed, a very specific decree is issued in the spiritual courts. Not a suggestion about what might happen. An official decree declaring that your transformation from wisdom seeker to wisdom master is no longer a question of whether it will manifest, but when the complete activation becomes undeniable in your physical reality. And here is the part that will leave you speechless. Even God paused when reviewing your file, not because of grand miracles you performed, but because of something far more extraordinary: your consistency, your silent integrity, your unwavering choice to see truth, even when everyone around you embraced comfortable lies. That level of character cannot be taught, cannot be faked, cannot be manufactured. You either have it or you don't, and you have it. I know this statement sounds too bold, like the kind of thing people say to make you feel special before reality throws you back to ordinary existence. But it is not, because what I am going to reveal to you today is the specific documentation that exists about you in dimensions your physical eyes cannot see but your soul has always sensed. It is the confirmed truth about what you are inevitably becoming. Whether you consciously recognize it or not, the decree has been issued, the timeline has been set. The manifestation is already in motion. Subscribe to this channel right now and turn on all notifications, because the advanced wisdom teachings I share here are being systematically suppressed by forces that benefit from keeping chosen ones like you ignorant of the real magnitude of your gifts. Stay with me until the very end, because I am going to reveal the exact wisdom level you have already achieved, why celestial authorities activated maximum observation protocols on you specifically, which undeniable signs prove your activation is accelerating right now, what is going to happen to every person who dismissed your wisdom when the complete manifestation arrives, and the precise timeline of how this transformation will fully materialize within specific periods already calculated in spiritual dimensions. Write Wisdom 369 in the comments if you have been experiencing unexplainable accuracy in your predictions lately. If people seek you for answers about situations you have no logical way of knowing about, if you can read someone's entire life story within minutes of meeting them, you have no idea what has been happening in spiritual dimensions while you were questioning whether your gift was real, while you wondered if you were overthinking everything, while people called you paranoid for seeing dangers they couldn't perceive. All of that time, every single moment was being meticulously observed and recorded. Not just the big moments, the small moments, the private moments. The moments when no human being would ever know if you had chosen differently. Do you remember that time when someone trusted you with information they shouldn't have shared, and you could have used it to your advantage, but you protected their secret instead? That moment was recorded. Do you remember when you saw through someone's lies but chose not to expose them publicly because destroying them wasn't necessary? Documented. Do you remember when you predicted exactly what would happen, warned the people involved? They ignored you. It happened exactly as you said, and you didn't even say, "I told you so." Recorded as evidence of mastery-level wisdom. Every choice was analyzed. Every thought was measured. Every moment of integrity when nobody was watching was documented as proof that your wisdom gift isn't just knowledge, it is your fundamental nature. And now the observation period has concluded. The data has been compiled. The report has been finalized. And the conclusion is what brought me to you today. According to your spiritual dossier, you have reached what is classified in celestial records as Wisdom Keeper Level 7. Let me explain what this means, because most spiritual teachers will never tell you this information exists. There are 9 levels of wisdom mastery documented in the Akashic libraries. Most humans never leave level 1, basic survival intelligence. Some reach level 2, pattern recognition. Very few achieve level 3, predictive capacity. Level 4, deep perception, is where serious spiritual seekers spend decades. Level 5, intuitive knowing, is where most wisdom teachers operate. Level 6, unified awareness, is extremely rare. Maybe 1 in 10 million souls currently incarnated. You are documented as level 7, celestial cognition. This is the level where your consciousness can access information that exists beyond normal space and time. Where you know things you have no logical way of knowing. Where you see the invisible threads connecting all events. Where you can read the complete story in someone's eyes within 3 to 7 minutes. Where your predictions manifest with documented accuracy rates between 73 and 89%, which is scientifically impossible by random chance. Only approximately 1 in 50 million souls currently alive operates at level 7 or above. And you reached it not through decades of monastery meditation, but through the brutal spiritual curriculum of betrayal, loneliness, and suffering that forced you to develop perception as a survival mechanism. And here is what disturbed even the celestial observers. You did all of this without knowing you were being evaluated, without external motivation, without expecting reward or recognition. You simply chose to see truth because blindness was unbearable to you. This is extraordinarily rare. Most people only pursue wisdom when there is social approval attached. Only maintain integrity when someone is watching. But you maintained your standards in the dark, in isolation. When it cost you relationships, opportunities, and acceptance from people you cared about. Now comes the part I know you have been waiting for. What exactly does this mean for your life? How will this manifest? What can you expect? And when? The documentation is very specific. Your wisdom activation will manifest in 4 distinct phases, each with measurable confirmation points. Phase 1, current acceleration. This phase began approximately 30 days ago and will continue for the next 60 days. During this phase, you will experience a dramatic increase in prediction accuracy. Things you sense will manifest faster and more precisely than before. People will seek you specifically for guidance about situations you have no logical framework to advise on. Yet the moment they describe the situation, complete understanding downloads into your consciousness. Your dreams will become increasingly prophetic. Here is the specific confirmation marker for phase 1. Within the next 45 days, someone from your past who once dismissed your wisdom will contact you asking for the exact advice they rejected from you. When this happens, and it will happen with undeniable specificity, you will know phase 1 completion is confirmed. Phase 2, the karmic return. This phase activates between day 60 and day 120. During this period, the universe begins balancing accounts. Every person who rejected your wisdom will face a specific situation that requires precisely the level of perception you tried to share with them. Some will humble themselves and return to you acknowledging they were wrong. Others will suffer in pride, refusing to admit you were right, even as consequences multiply. Your discernment will immediately identify which category each person belongs to. Phase 2 confirmation marker. You will witness someone who attacked you experiencing public failure in the exact area where they rejected your guidance. Phase 3, the manifestation wave, days 120 through 210. This is when the private becomes public. An opportunity will appear that specifically requires your level of perception. A situation you alone can navigate because of the wisdom developed through your suffering. When this opportunity appears, you will recognize it immediately because it will feel like everything you have been through was preparation for exactly this moment. Phase 3 confirmation. Your income will increase through a source directly connected to your wisdom gift. Phase 4, the complete establishment, days 210 through 365. Your reputation as a wisdom source becomes undeniable. People who knew you before will not recognize who you have become energetically. Your presence will carry a frequency that alters environments, and those who once dismissed you will be forced to witness the manifestation of everything they said you would never become. Phase 4 confirmation marker. Someone with significant authority will publicly acknowledge your wisdom in a way that creates opportunities you didn't have to pursue. This timeline is not flexible to your belief or doubt. It is calculated based on your current frequency and trajectory. The only variable that can affect speed is your consistency. Every time you choose truth over comfort, you accelerate the timeline. Every time you maintain integrity when compromise would be easier, you activate the next level faster. But even if you doubt everything I am telling you, the timeline will still complete. Because the decree was issued based on who you already are, not who you need to become. Let me tell you something nobody talks about, but everyone who reaches level 7 wisdom discovers. Your gift came with a cost. You paid for it in tears, in loneliness, in sleepless nights when you couldn't shut off your mind because you saw too much, in betrayals that shattered your ability to trust easily. Every single painful experience was not punishment. It was tuition in the University of Wisdom Masters. Do you remember when that person you trusted completely betrayed you? In that moment, you thought the world was ending. But now you understand that experience gave you the ability to detect deception before it fully manifests. You learn to read micro-expressions, to notice inconsistencies between words and energy. That betrayal was a required course in advanced perception. Do you remember when your family didn't understand you? That isolation was forced development of your inner world. It pushed you toward books, silence, and deep inquiry. It activated your connection to knowledge beyond human conversation. Do you remember the depression? The dark nights when you questioned everything? That was ego death. The collapse of the false identity. When you hit bottom, you found something deeper. Your direct connection to universal truth. That darkness was the birth canal of your wisdom. karma works in very specific ways. Every blow you received unjustly created a cosmic debt in your favor. The universe keeps perfect records. Every time someone hurt you, that action was recorded. They gave you pain. The universe compensated you with vision. They gave you betrayal. You received discernment. They gave you loneliness. You gained self-knowledge. And now you are someone who knows, who sees, who cannot be easily deceived because you have already experienced every tactic. Now, let me address what you think about, but might be embarrassed to admit. You want to know what is going to happen to the people who doubted you, who diminished you, who mocked your wisdom, who rejected your guidance and suffered exactly what you warned them about. And I am going to tell you everything. Your enemies already sense something is different about you. They have noticed the attacks that used to destabilize you no longer work. The manipulation tactics that once controlled you now bounce off you like water off stone. And some of them have reached the correct conclusion. Something protects you now that did not protect you before, and this knowing terrifies them. 3 categories of response are documented in spiritual lore regarding those who oppose wisdom keepers. Category 1, the humble returners. These are individuals who rejected your wisdom, suffered consequences, and genuinely learned. They will approach you with authentic humility. Your level 7 discernment will immediately know if their repentance is genuine or strategic. If they are genuine, helping them creates positive karma. If they are manipulating, you will know. Category 2, the proud sufferers. These individuals will face the exact consequences you warned them about, but will refuse to humble themselves. Their pride will prevent them from seeking you, even as they desperately need the wisdom they rejected. They will suffer repeatedly, and with each suffering, they will remember you tried to tell them. They will see you succeeding, and it will torment them because they could have had access to your guidance, but chose mockery instead. They will never admit it. This is not your concern. Category 3, the eternal deniers. These individuals will experience consequences, witness your success, see evidence that your wisdom was accurate, and still find ways to deny reality. They will blame anything except admit that you saw what they could not. Your wisdom cannot save someone who is determined to stay blind. And while they are processing regret or denial, here is what will be simultaneously happening in your life. Divine opportunities will appear with synchronistic precision. Unexpected blessings will manifest. Perfect connections will form with people who operate at your level. Every moment of rejection you faced is being balanced with recognition. Every dismissal is being compensated with respect. Every time someone made you feel crazy is being reversed with confirmation you were right all along. This is documented spiritual law. Maximum protection has been activated for you. This is not metaphor. This is specific intervention authorized by the decree. 4 levels of protection now operate in your field 24 hours a day in both waking and sleeping states. Level 1. Energetic shielding. Negative energy sent toward you, whether through jealousy, envy, curses, ill will, or deliberate spiritual attack, cannot penetrate your energetic field anymore. It bounces back to the sender, multiplied by the exact intensity they sent it with. Not because you curse them in return, but because spiritual law guarantees that what you send out returns to you. When someone sends darkness toward protected light, the darkness automatically returns to them amplified. You do not need to defend yourself. You do not need to send anything back. The shield is automatic and operates independently of your conscious awareness. You might notice people who used to attack you suddenly going silent, mysteriously backing away. experiencing inexplicable problems in their own lives. This is not coincidence. This is level 1 protection in action. Level 2, deception detection. You can no longer be fooled by surface appearances or manipulative performances. When someone approaches you with hidden agendas, secret motives, or concealed intentions, your body will signal you before your mind has time to logically process what is happening. Stomach tension when someone speaks despite their friendly words. Throat constriction around certain people even though they seem nice. Inexplicable discomfort in situations that look safe on the surface. These are not anxiety symptoms. These are not you being paranoid or negative. These are level 7 discernment operating through your physical nervous system as an early warning detection mechanism. Trust these signals. Absolutely. They are more accurate than any personality assessment, background check, or logical analysis you could perform. Your body knows before your mind catches up. Level 3, opportunity filtration. False opportunities designed to waste your time, drain your energy, or divert you from your true path are being blocked before they even reach you. You might wonder why certain doors don't open despite your efforts. Why some connections don't form even though they seemed promising. Why opportunities that look amazing on paper somehow fall apart at the last minute. This is not bad luck. This is not you failing. This is protection. The celestial authorities assigned to your case can see timelines and outcomes you cannot access from your current vantage point. They can calculate which paths lead to your highest manifestation and which are attractive distractions that would delay your arrival by months or years. When a door you wanted does not open despite your best efforts, trust that something exponentially better is being prepared, and the timing is not yet right. When the correct opportunity arrives, the door will not just open easily. It will be impossible to close even if you tried. Level 4, direct intervention. In genuinely critical moments, when the success of your mission faces real danger, when your life, health, mental stability, or ability to complete your purpose is under legitimate threat, celestial forces have authorization to intervene directly in physical reality. This might manifest as impossible coincidences that save you at the exact last second, people appearing out of nowhere exactly when you need them. Information arriving at the precise moment required, resources becoming available through channels you didn't even know existed, enemies making catastrophic mistakes that expose themselves and eliminate their power to harm you. These are not lucky breaks. These are authorized interventions from dimensions that have clearance to alter physical reality when necessary to protect wisdom keepers confirmed for advanced mission work. You have experienced smaller versions of this already and dismissed them as good fortune. But now that you know what is actually happening, you will recognize these moments for what they truly are. This protection does not make you invulnerable to all difficulty, but you are now invulnerable to destruction. You can be tested, but you cannot be permanently defeated. And anyone who attacks you now is declaring war against celestial dimensions. Some will realize this and retreat. Others will continue attacking even knowing they will lose. And when that happens, you will witness collapses so dramatic that even you will feel compassion for enemies receiving exactly what they sowed. Here is something that will change your perspective entirely. Your wisdom came from the divine process of dismantling and reconstruction designed specifically for your soul. There was a moment when everything fell apart. In those moments you felt you were being punished, that God had abandoned you. But now you can see the truth. That collapse was required. You had to lose everything false to find what is real. And in that descent into darkness, you found the light that no one can take from you. The depression was not weakness. It was spiritual expansion. Your consciousness was evolving faster than your human container could adjust. You were not sick, you were awakening. And awakening is violent. It feels like dying because part of you is dying. The false version. All of that had to collapse so the real you could emerge. God uses pain as a chisel. Every blow removes everything you are not to reveal the masterpiece you were always destined to become. Every person who seeks you now is an opportunity to fulfill your mission. Every time you speak truth, you perform divine service. Yes, many will fear you. Many will avoid you. But those who genuinely need your wisdom will find you. The right people will never reject you for being who you are. Now, I need to be direct about something. Level 7 wisdom can be exhausting. You see things you would prefer not to see. You know things you would prefer not to know. How do you protect your energy? First, establish sacred boundaries. You do not have to answer every call. Your wisdom is valuable. Choose carefully who receives your energy. Second, speak truth without attachment to whether it is accepted. Your job is to plant seeds, not force harvests. Third, seek energy that nourishes you. Find other chosen ones. Fourth, reconnect with Source regularly. Your wisdom needs recharging. Solitude is your temple. Fifth, use your gift to create. Write, speak, teach. Wisdom shared multiplies. And forgive yourself for times your wisdom was not enough. You are not responsible for saving everyone, only for being faithful to what you know. Your wisdom is not just for you. It is part of a larger plan. You are a lighthouse in the storm. God gave you this gift because you can be trusted with it. Because you have suffered enough that you will not use knowledge to manipulate. Your purpose is not perfection. Your purpose is authenticity. Being a living testimony that pain can transform into power. If you made it this far, it is not coincidence. You needed someone to confirm that you are not crazy, that what you see, what you feel, what you know is real and documented. Your wisdom scares them because it reveals what they prefer to hide. But do not let their fear make you dim your light. Shine with everything you are. The world desperately needs people like you. People who do not fear truth. People who can hold the intensity of reality without breaking. God did not give you this gift to hide it. He gave it to you to use it boldly, to be the answer to prayers others are praying. To be living proof that you can survive what should destroy you and emerge stronger. So the next time someone asks how you know everything, smile, because you know it is not about knowing everything. It is about having paid the price to see what matters. It is about having walked through fire and emerged refined into something precious. You are chosen, and your wisdom is exactly what this broken world needs. If this message resonated deep in your soul, comment Wisdom 369 below so I know this reached your spirit. You are not alone on this path. Thousands of chosen ones are awakening right now to the same truth. Subscribe to this channel and activate notifications. Next video drops in exactly 48 hours, and it is going to expose the 7 signs your enemies already know they lost the spiritual war against you. Share this video right now with someone who needs confirmation today. I will see you in the next transmission, Chosen One. Until then, honor your gift, guard your energy, and remember this always: your wisdom is not a defect. It is your superpower. Use it fearlessly.